If you've ever sat at the dinner table bargaining with a toddler, you're not alone. Picky eating is one of the most stressful parts of parenting. But here's the interesting thing. In France, picky eating is far less common. French children are known for eating vegetables, trying new flavors, and enjoying meals that many kids in other countries would flat out refuse. And what's even more fascinating is that French parents don't get these results by using pressure, punishment, or bribing with dessert. They use a simple, calm, consistent set of habits that help kids become open, curious, and confident with food. Today, we're diving into the French rule to end picky eating, the exact approach French families use to raise flexible, adventurous eaters. And don't worry, you don't need to be French to use these strategies. They work anywhere. Let's begin. Or like they say in French, c'est parti. 1. The golden rule. You don't have to eat it, but you do have to try it. The heart of the French approach is surprisingly gentle. French parents rarely force their child to finish anything on their plate. Instead, the expectation is simple. Every food gets one small taste. Kids don't need to like it. They don't need to eat the whole portion. They don't even need to pretend to enjoy it, but they do need to taste it. This small rule completely changes the atmosphere at mealtimes. It removes pressure and eliminates the power struggle that happens when parents push and kids resist. Why does this work so well? Because picky eating is often less about disliking food and more about being unfamiliar with it. Children naturally experience a stage called food neophobia, a fear of new foods. The cure isn't forcing, it's gentle exposure. When a child tastes a food repeatedly, even in tiny amounts, their brain slowly builds familiarity. Over time, this turns into acceptance. The French approach treats tasting like a skill, one that gets better with practice. 2. The one family, one meal rule. In many households, parents end up cooking 2 or 3 versions of dinner. One for adults, one for the toddler, and maybe even something separate for a picky sibling. But in France, this never happens. The family eats one meal, and the child is simply included in what everyone else is having. French parents don't cater special dishes or last-minute rescue meals. If a child refuses the food, that's okay. They don't have to eat it. But no alternative meal appears. This rule is powerful because it sets the expectation that the dinner table is not a restaurant. Children learn that meals are not designed around individual preferences. They learn patience, flexibility, and curiosity. And here's the psychological magic. When children don't see a backup meal as an option, their willingness to explore new foods increases. They don't expect comfort food to arrive afterward, so they become more open to what's already in front of them. 3. The structured meal format, the 4-course rhythm. Even in preschool and elementary school, French meals often follow a simple structure: a vegetable starter, a main dish with protein and sides, a dairy option like cheese or yogurt, and finally fruit or dessert. It's not fancy, it's routine. Children quickly get used to eating vegetables first, instead of seeing them as optional side items that can be ignored. This structure does 2 things extremely well. First, it builds variety exposure. Kids learn that meals naturally include many flavors, textures, and temperatures. They are not surprised or intimidated when something unfamiliar shows up. Second, it creates predictability. Children thrive on routines, and when they know what to expect at meals, their anxiety drops. A calm child is far more willing to try food than one who feels overwhelmed by surprise or inconsistency. You can recreate this at home by serving a small veggie starter, even just sliced cucumbers or grated carrots, before the main dish. Over time, this becomes part of your child's food identity. 4. The no grazing, no snacking all day rule. One of the major differences between French eating habits and those in many other countries is how strongly they protect structured meal times. French children do not snack constantly throughout the day. They eat at predictable times: breakfast, lunch, an afternoon snack, and dinner. That's it. Why does this matter so much? Because grazing kills hunger, and hunger is the most natural motivator to try new foods. When children snack every hour, they never arrive at the table ready to eat. They feel full enough to refuse vegetables, but not full enough to get proper nutrition. When eating happens on a predictable schedule, children learn to trust their appetite and come to meals genuinely hungry. And a hungry child is naturally more curious and less resistant to the foods they see on their plate. 5. Flavor training starts early and continues for years. In France, babies are introduced to a surprisingly wide range of flavors early on. Parents rotate vegetables like leeks, spinach, zucchini, carrots, and pumpkin. They don't shy away from herbs, gentle seasoning, or different textures. Their goal isn't to make everything sweet or bland, but to help babies learn that the world of food is diverse. But here's the part many people miss. This process continues long after babyhood. French parents consistently expose older children to new flavors, even if they rejected them before. They present vegetables in different ways: raw, cooked, pureed, roasted, and they model enjoyment without pressuring their child to match their enthusiasm. Think of flavor training like teaching a child a language. You don't expect fluency immediately. You simply keep exposing them gently and consistently until their brain absorbs it. 6. Mealtime isn't just about eating, it's a family ritual. A huge cultural difference is how French families treat mealtime. It's not simply a moment to get calories in. It's a ritual, calm, predictable, and social. There are no toys on the table, no screens, no rushing, no battles. Parents sit down with children and eat together, showing interest in the meal and modeling positive behavior. This environment works wonders for picky eating. Children feel relaxed and safe, not overwhelmed or pressured. When the environment is calm, the nervous system stays regulated, and kids are more open to curiosity. They watch adults enjoying vegetables and new dishes, and over time they imitate it. When mealtime becomes peaceful, food exploration happens naturally. 7. Repeated exposure without pressure. One of the biggest mistakes parents make is assuming that if a child rejects a food once or twice, they don't like it. French parents take the opposite approach. They expect rejection. They expect hesitation. They see it as normal development, not a problem. And they simply keep offering the food, calmly, consistently, and without pressure. Children may need 10, 20, or even 30 exposures to a food before their brain accepts it as familiar. French parents understand this, so they don't remove foods from rotation just because their child said no once. Instead, they keep presenting tiny portions, sometimes only a spoonful or two, alongside familiar foods. Over time, these small, neutral exposures rewire the child's brain and reduce the fear response. The key is to keep offering, without any expectation. 8. Parents decide what, when, and where. Kids decide whether and how much. This rule removes nearly all the tension around eating. In French and European feeding philosophy, the parent's job is to choose the food, the timing of meals, and the setting. The child's job is to decide whether they want to eat and how much. There's no forcing, bribing, negotiating, or begging. Parents don't take it personally if the child eats very little one day. They trust that children balance their appetite over the long term. This approach communicates respect. Children feel safe knowing they won't be pressured. And when the pressure goes away, the resistance goes away too. Many children begin eating better simply because they feel more in control and less overwhelmed. This is one of the most powerful French feeding principles, and one that parents around the world find incredibly helpful. 9. The French presentation matters rule, making food look appealing. Another powerful aspect of the French approach is the belief that food should look inviting. French parents understand that children, just like adults, eat with their eyes first. Even simple meals are presented neatly on the plate, with colors separated and textures arranged intentionally. They might drizzle a bit of olive oil for shine, slice vegetables into attractive shapes, or add fresh herbs for a pop of green. It's not about being fancy. It's about signaling to the child that food is something beautiful and enjoyable. When food looks organized and appealing, kids are more willing to explore it. They feel less overwhelmed and more curious. A visually calm plate often leads to a calmer child. So, those are the French strategies that help end picky eating, not through pressure, tricking, or bribing, but through structure, repetition, calmness, and gentle exposure. French parents understand that picky eating is a phase, not a personality trait. With the right habits, patience, and environment, children can grow into confident, adventurous eaters. Remember, you don't need to live in France to use these rules. Any parent anywhere in the world can adopt this mindset. If you want more videos on baby habits, toddler development, and parenting routines from around the world, make sure to like this video and subscribe. You'll get new insights every week. See you in the next video.